Hello, I'm Andrew Ruff. I'm the Chief Executive Officer at Advanced Clothing Solutions. So Advanced Clothing Solutions wants to work with fashion brands and fashion retailers. We have created a circular fashion hub here, and that allows our customers to engage differently with their customers. And what I mean by that is allow them to offer circular fashion solutions. So people can still enjoy fashion, but enjoy it in a different way to how they've historically interacted with garments. Perfect example of how a brand can introduce resale into its service offering is basically introducing, say, take-back schemes, where a user falls out of love with their garment, they hand it back to the brand gives them a credit note to spend on another item. The item that they've fallen out of love and returned can be cleaned or repaired and then sold on to another user of that garment. If you take this jacket, for example, I've had it for a long period of time. I maybe sort of get disappointed with it, fed up with it. The traditional model is maybe I would go onto a platform, sell it to someone else. The only people that benefit from that transaction is myself selling it and the platform that's getting commission. But if they interact with the brand, then the brand will benefit from secondary income because they're selling it onto another end user and they're benefiting from that, as well as the person that returns the garment, i.e. myself, receiving a credit note to spend on another garment that they could offer me. So they're benefiting from two transactions, from a transaction they wouldn't have benefited in at all historically. ACS can provide the whole back-end circular fashion solutions. We can allow brands to scale incredibly quickly. Here in the UK, we have a 200,000 square foot facility where we can provide rental services or resale services. And that provides everything from photographing a garment through to cleaning or sanitizing a garment or repairing a garment. This allows us to basically take all that pain away from the brand or the retailer and very much focusing on the whole back-end fulfillment. And what we've traditionally done is work with retailers and brands, and basically we build API connections between their front-end facing consumer website straight to our warehouse management system. We receive garments, and then basically we can then fulfill their orders directly from this facility directly to the user. Alternatively, if a customer wants, we can send it to an in-store setup as well. So brands should consider entering a rental model because it's very profitable. It allows brands to have customer loyalty. If you think about the traditional model that brands have engaged with in fashion is buying items and then selling items. That process limits the amount of interaction between the brand and the customer. And it's also a very short journey for that clothing item. What we're trying to do is to change the model that people engage with fashion to allow people to interact with garments on a regular basis. Allow brands to interact with more customers on a regular basis. The unit economics of rental, from what we've discovered over the years, is basically that if you can get 7 to 8 rentals of a garment, then it's more profitable than the traditional linear model that brands have followed. Now that might sound a lot, but we've been renting out some of our kilts since we started 25 years ago. We've rented out some dresses over 50 times. We've rented out some pairs of trousers over 100 times. So if you think about that compared to the reference I made of 7 to 8 times, it's hugely profitable. You're also opening yourself up to a wider customer base. People are very much focused now on sustainability. They want to enjoy fashion, but they want to interact with it differently. We have some partners where we offer a rental service which allows people to build a virtual wardrobe So it's not just occasional rental, it's everyday rental. You basically build up a virtual wardrobe of garments. Those garments get sent to you on how often you want them on a monthly basis. So therefore it's moving rental into everyday wear. The beauty of that is that you're potentially getting access to garments that you couldn't necessarily afford. So for example, you might be able to rent something that is at a rental price of about 20 to 30% of what the retail price is. And that therefore means that you can rent a very expensive dress or a very expensive jacket without actually purchasing it. I think we're all very guilty, or traditionally been guilty of, we see something in a shop or online, we decide to buy it, we wear it a couple of times, then it sits in your wardrobe, and then you don't necessarily wear it again. So it's dead stock. It's basically, you've used your hard-earned earnings to buy that item, and then it's just sitting there. The beauty of rental, that removes that altogether. The UK is behind what our experiences are of America and the Far East, where people adopt usership rather than ownership. The traditional UK model of people buying their houses is quite different to the rest of the world, and it's a matter of time before fashion rental really is part of the mainstream enjoyment of fashion in the UK. If you look at the industry experts that talk about rental and resale, is that it's going to grow at an exponential level, and Advanced Clothing Solutions are perfectly positioned to support brands and retailers to get into this space.